What is up, everyone? Welcome to the finale of a Dark Web series. And today we're going to be reading Red Room, which is part 3 and the finale of the Dark Web series. So let's check it out. November. Wow, I haven't written in this for a while. To sum it all up, I haven't written this for a long time because everything is just gone back to normal, I guess. Aside from me paying Shrug to pretend to be my brother. Me and James started a bond recently and have just become really good friends. What the heck? But I came back to my journal for a specific reason. James has been acting really absent lately. I would always text him and he wouldn't respond. He would always leave me on red. And he's not the only one acting strange. Rowley is as well. I went up to him today and he just pushed me away. Go suck on an egg, Greg. Then fine. I don't need Rowley. I have James. I hope. Tuesday. I started jumping to conclusions about James today. I'm thinking, what if this has to do with Albert? But that's impossible. He's dead. Yeah. He has access to different and illegal things, but I don't think he could find something to make him immortal. So I'm gonna go up to his blown up HQ to see if I can find anything. But there's a problem. How do I get there? I asked Sherlock if he had any ideas, and he said that he knows a guy who can get us a car. How do you know about this guy? You don't want to know. Oh. Anyway, Shrug brought me downtown behind a sketchy building, and I met the guy that Shrug was talking about. His name is Dominic. What are you doing back here, shrimp? I'm here to get the car. Boss said I could use it if I wanted. After getting all of that out of the way, we got into the car and started driving to Albert's destroyed HQ. You might be wondering, how do I know where it is? Well, it's quite simple. When me and James were friends, he told me where it was, a few miles away from Plainview. When we got to the HQ, it was nothing but rubble, well, besides the giant piles of yogurt everywhere. After looking through the junk a little bit, I noticed something. Albert's body was nowhere to be found. There was nothing else we could do there, so we got back in the car and drove back home. Wednesday. None of this makes any sense. First, James goes missing, Rowley's mad at me, and Albert's body is gone, and now Rowley's suddenly acting nice to me? How's it going, Greg? Huh? I don't know if he's bipolar or something now, but it's getting kind of strange. Another thing he asked me today was if I could spend a night at his house, so I agreed because I think I'll get my mind off of things, but I'm bringing Sherlock too if anything weird happens. Friday. I knew it. As soon as me and Sherlock opened Rowley's front door, that giant piece of lard smacked us in the head with a metal bat. When I woke up, me and Shrug were tied up inside of a moving van. Here we go again. Shrug was already awake and he asked me what was going on. And I told him I didn't know until Rowley told us to shut our mouths. Quiet back there! I'm surprised you know how to drive. Eventually we got to our destination and we were at another building in the middle of nowhere. Rowley motioned us inside. Rowley took us into a room that had Albert and James inside. But James was tied up too. I still didn't want to talk to him, though, so I started asking Albert all the questions. You're supposed to be dead. How are you alive? Simple. I shielded myself with my amazing yogurt. Of course you did. Why is James here? Since he called me a lump of pork, I kidnapped him and stole all his stuff and tortured him. Where am I? My boss, Mr. S, lended me the building. That's when I told Albert to cut to the chase. He said that he brought me here so he can torture me too. But he doesn't need James anymore, and he doesn't need Chirag. So Rowley kicked him out and locked the door shut and started to walk me into another room. The room was lit red. It had a chair in the middle. I didn't know if I was hallucinating, but I swear there were bloodstains on there. After they strapped me down, Albert said he was going to grab some tools. As soon as Albert left the room, I asked Rowley why he was so mad at me, and he said it was because Albert told him that I put a camera in his room. That's also why he joined Albert. I had completely forgotten about the camera I set up. I guess everything has been going by so fast. It felt like yesterday when I joined the dark web. I told Rowley I was sorry and I was getting ahead of myself, and I wouldn't do anything like that ever again. But he didn't say anything. That's when Albert came in carrying a saw and a hammer. And I couldn't even tell what the other thing was. I'm back. Albert put everything on the table and did eeny, meeny, miny, mo with them, and he landed on the saw. He walked over to me and started to saw my leg off. It was the worst pain I've ever felt in my life. Right when the saw started gnawing at my bone, I passed out. I woke up with Albert slapping my face. I guess he was waking me up. I couldn't feel my leg and I didn't even want to look at it. But what I did see, though, was Albert telling Rowley to cut off my arm. Your turn, Rowley. Cut off his arm. I guess the whole Joshy stuff paid off, though, because Rowley said no. Right before Albert could do anything, James and Shrog busted down the door and grabbed Albert. After wrestling that fat warthog, they tied him up and knocked him out. After losing so much blood, I passed out. Monday. I guess it's time to catch you up on what happened. After I passed out, James, Shrog, and Rowley helped me out for my leg, and we all got into the van to take care of Albert. They put him in a bag, tied weights on him, and tossed him over a bridge. The next day, James took me to the hospital for my leg and paid the hospital bill. Then he went on the dark web and bought me a cool robot leg as a new one. Other than that, me and Rowley became friends again, and I'm still paying Shrog to pretend to be my younger brother. It's gonna be a while before I forget about all this, so I'm just gonna put the past behind me. The end.